And I'm Billiam, and we are the Digi-Dudes. Okay, in today's episode, we're going to be doing something a little different, something pretty cool in my opinion. I got this Wave 1 version 20 here, and we're going to do a custom paint job on it. So,
and I have the same exactly one.
You do have the same exact one. So what we're going to do with this one is I'm going to show you how to take it apart, strip it down to just the shell, and then show you step by step how I go through and I do custom paint jobs on my V-Pets. In celebration of this and something a little different, I'm actually going to pull one of mine off the shelf here that I have put away and tabbed, and we're going to start it on up here. And I'll run this while we're doing it.
And he's to let his Alphamon die.
No, we're going to keep... I got an Alphamon on here already. I'm just going to start the second egg, which I've never actually started on this because I've always actually just done one egg at a time for the most part. So let's see what the time is. 2:25 here in my time. There we go. And after watching episode 9 of the new Digimon Adventure series, I was so hyped for Ogremon there. We're actually going to go with the Wave 2 egg and go with Potamon, Ogremon here to then to Andromon. Sorry about that.
Hi,
Andromon. All right then. So I'll show this one off a little bit and what I've done to it. This was originally a Wave 1 version 20 that was gray. And I stripped down the shell and then painted the frame, painted the little top key part, this little top part here, and all three pieces of the front part, back part, and the battery case. I don't always pull it on out because sometimes it just gives me a lot to take care of a bunch of Digimon. So this one I normally keep on the shelf. So I'll be updating regularly on Instagram how our progression's going on this Digimon once we start up the egg, probably right after I'm done with this video. I'm going to start that egg up.
Guys, we're going to have actually 3 machine type Digimon because I've gone for 2 machine Digimons.
Yeah, he is.
And I actually already had the machine Digimon, actually.
Yep, you've already had machine Digimon in the past and had them Digivolve into Rust Tyrannomon on this device.
Yep.
But Machine Digimon's such a cool Digimon, we're going to raise another one again. And this time you're going to raise 2 of them, right?
Yeah, and these ones we do different routes. So one of them I go Gizamon to Double Shrimon to Metatyrannomon, right?
Yup.
To Metatyrannomon, to Machine Digimon, and then my other mon, Daddy.
So, and then the other one, you're going to go with Gazamon.
Gazamon to Tyrannomon, Metatyrannomon, Machine Digimon.
Yep. So let's get right into this. For this device, I actually put it up on my Instagram there, and I asked the people there what I should do with my design on here. I posted up a few concept sketches, what it's going to look like, what I might want, and I let them vote on it. So let's get right into the unboxing here. We'll open it on up, and I'll start taking it apart.
Always be careful with sharp stuff, guys.
Absolutely.
If you're a kid.
If you're a kid or a little dude, always have a grown-up do it for you.
Because it could be dangerous.
At this point, I'm pretty sure we've all seen what a version 20 looks like. This is a nice brand new one. I was lucky enough to pick this one up at my local comic book store. Shout outs to Alternaverse Comics and our friends over there. They carry the Digimon V-Pets there, which is really nice. I could actually just go to a physical store, buy one, and take it home, which is a luxury not everybody has. So I definitely appreciate that. So I have my paint set up over here with my little screwdriver. So I'll grab that.
Just a little Pico Digimon.
There is a little Pico Devimon there.
And a Pokemon. It's a Pokemon on the counter.
And I always like to have a little tray. I got a little nice snap lock Tupperware here to keep all my parts in, so I don't lose any of the parts.
But guess what? This one will be a little different, guys.
So to start here, I'm going to take the back cover case off. All right, while I do this part, buddy, just let Daddy, just don't talk over Daddy while I'm doing this part, okay? Because I want to give him good instructions.
Okay.
Okay, so take the back cover part off. Before you paint, you're going to make sure you want to take the screw completely out here. Which sometimes it can be a little tricky. They're a little tough to get completely out. You know, mine on this one, there we go. Didn't want to come out right away. Put it there. All right, now we got this all stripped down and ready. Gonna pull our tab. You hear it start up, but we're not actually gonna run it. Nope, can't get it there. Use a little screwdriver here to pop the battery. There you go. Whenever you get a new device, always make sure you have extra batteries on hand. They never last very long, the original batteries in these things. Generally they last about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of like continuous play with them and all that. So we always like to keep an extra pack of batteries on hand. I always buy the big pack of like 6 or more in them, just in case, because we got a lot of V-Pets. So I just want to let you guys know that. Pop that.
Also, something cute is on my device.
Oh yeah.
It's a little floss keychain. It's a little floss keychain.
Right, there's a screw.
There's a floss keychain on mine. Then there's a blow. What's his name, Daddy?
Brawly.
Then there's a Brawly Super Saiyan. Brawly on Daddy's device. Oops, sorry, Daddy.
It's okay.
And I accidentally put my orange.
These devices are on the easier side to take apart and to customize and such.
Then the X2.
Well, then the older ones in general, they made all the screws on these newer devices different colors and different sizes, which they did not do on the older ones. So the older ones, you got to really kind of keep track of what screw you take out where. These ones are a little different.
What's that part?
That's the part that actually makes it work. And now we got the back case off. So now be very gentle. You want to make sure you take your little keychain hanger part off there. Let's actually just set that there. Very gentle. This is your actual speaker on this one, which is another reason why these are much easier to take care of than the other ones. Like even the X devices here, your speaker is attached to the back of, you can actually see it right here. That on these clear shells, you can see it right there. Your speaker is actually attached to the back of the shell. So when you take it apart, you got to be really careful not to yank those connections and those cables out, those wires out.
Like a connected
But this is
thing.
on these version 20s, they're all one piece. Now there's 4 screws here on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4 that we also have to take out. All right, we've got all the screws out. Now let's take the board out. And a lot of times with these brand new ones, all these pieces just kind of get stuck in there just because they're all new and they haven't been messed with that much. Everything's nice and tight and it's kind of still glued in. But these buttons come off really easily and this screen comes off really easily too. Now we're just going to gently remove this part. There we go. Got that off. Now we're just going to go and stick the board in here with everything. And now we got to the front shell, your little top connector part. the back off, the battery cover, the back shell. Now what I have to do now is pop out the little cage part here, which you do from the back to make sure you don't break these clips here. And there we go. And on this one, I'm not actually going to paint the front shell, the front cage. I'm going to leave that one the color so it matches the buttons. All right. So then now we've got it all stripped down and ready for paint. Put this nice snap lock lid on here so everything stays safe. Okay. So since the last part of the video now, I have already stripped everything down like you guys already saw, and I went outside and now I painted the shell. I originally recorded the video, but it's like 100 degrees here, so everyone in the neighborhood is all running their air conditionings and the audio is ruined in it. So what I did is I originally went through and I used a paint and primer in one, this nice kind of dark, deep metallic red. It's not really metallic, it's got like a little metallic flake to it, but it's not actually a metallic there. I went and I painted the entire thing in that first. Then I went over, let that dry a little bit, went over and then painted the whole thing in this nice metallic gold is what I did. And with a paper towel, I wet it in some paint thinner and then just rubbed the top off just a little bit, just to make sure it takes off enough. It stayed in all the recesses. So then I went through and I drew a picture of Agumon here on the shell, which was, the design was voted by you guys on my Instagram. So thank you for everybody who follows me and everyone who voted on what design to paint on here. And then now the next step is I'm going to go in by hand with my super fine brushes here and paint the Agumon on by hand. And then after that, we'll be ready for assembly and we'll put it all back together and I'll show you guys how to do that. One thing I forgot to mention is when I did paint this, I taped off the battery case here. Not that you have to, but I found I didn't do it in my other one. I did. And it's a little hard to tab it, to put the tabs back in and try to save them there. So I decided to tape it off this time, get a little less paint in there to make it a little easier to get that little piece of paper in. That's it for this part. Next time we get back there, I'll have the Agumon painted and I'll probably show that off in a nice little time-lapse video to kind of make this a little bit easier to watch because it's already going to be a long video. And then we'll reassemble. we're back, I had gone and painted this nice little Agumon on the cover here, which we saw in the sped up little time-lapse video part of me doing it, because it takes a little while to do these things. And I had also clear coated it too since then. So now, bring it up here, we'll show it off a little bit. So then now, let's put it back together. This time, I already showed you step by step how to take it apart. So this time, I'm just going to go a little faster and put it together, and I'm just going to walk you through and talk to you about it anyway. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop the cage back on. And that just snaps right in.
Cute little Digi-Dude. A cute little Digi-Dude.
Yeah, you are.
Cute little Digi-Dude.
Put the buttons back in now. Sorry about bumping the camera there, guys.
Butterlo.
And then now, put the board back in very gently here with the screen. And like I said, with these brand new ones here, hasn't been taken apart before, the screen gets stuck on a lot of times, but they do come off. There we go.
Violmon.
That's a cute little song you got there.
Yep, it's a Violmon song.
Alright, so then now, we're going to slide this part up in between. Get our connectors in. Okay, there we go. So we slid the top piece back on. Make sure it fits, the long part fits over here on the right half of the board, is where it snugs into. And then that just slides right in to the front part of the housing, or the shell. Okay, now we grab our little screws here and we screw them back into the board.
Guys, I hope you liked this video.
Yes, I really hope you guys enjoy this video here. It's something a little neat that I enjoy doing.
Yep, and we love doing videos.
We do. We really love making videos. And we've had so much great and positive feedback from you guys in the comments and on Instagram. We really appreciate it. And it really just makes us want to make more and make better videos for you guys. And do more cool and different things with Digimon. We have a few things planned for the future that we're not going to really give away just yet. But I hope you guys like it, because we like doing this and we want to keep on doing it. And with you guys' support, we'll be able to.
Yep. As you see, my X2. So my X2 actually got tapped.
Yeah, it got to be a little much for Digi-Dude to be taking care of 2 Digimon with 2 on his Wave 1 version 20 here, so he tabbed his X2 for now. I had put a piece of tape over top the battery case here for when I had painted and clear coated. And you don't have to, but I found out for re-tabbing them, it makes it easier because there's just too much paint buildup in there. If you don't, and the little piece of paper doesn't go in very well, you could always just take batteries out instead of re-tabbing them. I personally just like to re-tab them. Alright, so we got the board all screwed back together now. Let's put this part back on, but before we do that, don't forget to put your chain back on. I tend to sometimes, and then I end up having to take them apart and put the chain back on again. So we just slide that right on. And then the bigger black screws go into the shell here. Like I said before, these are a bit easier to take apart than the older devices for a few different reasons. The big number one reason is that the speaker is attached to the board and not to the back shell. So you don't have to worry about breaking wires or anything like that with it. And then the other major factor is all of the screws are different colors for the different parts on these newer devices. Like the ones that go on the board are a smaller silver screw. The ones that go in the shell are a longer black screw. And the one that goes in the battery case is a longer silver screw. So even if you don't actually remember where each screw goes, really you can be like, oh yeah, small silver ones go on the board, long black ones go in the shell, and then your long silver one goes in your better case. All right, here is the moment of truth here, everybody. There we go. It starts back up. We did everything right. So let's put the battery case back on. And this device is all done then. Okay. So I am officially done. And this is a brand new one, so we haven't named it or anything yet. But we'll just show it off real quick. The difference between the original and this one. So like I said, I went with a dark red on this one as a base coat, and then I went with a nice metallic gold there, and then I took a paint thinner that I soaked in a paper towel and I rubbed it all over to relieve a lot of the gold off the top to give this nice relief here. And I left some of it, you can kind of see here, on there. And it just kind of gives it a nice little gold sparkle and shimmer to it, also on top of that red. And then I went in with a brush and hand painted on this Agumon in a nice pointillism style here. I think it turned out really nice. I like it a lot, and you can see the color difference here between the two.
And I like mine more because it's my own.
All right, here, you check it on out.
Okay.
So, I had a lot of fun doing this. I really enjoy doing these custom paint jobs on these devices here. I had actually just gone out yesterday to my local Barnes & Noble and found a bunch of them there. So I bought them all.
This is so cool.
And thank you. Daddy really appreciates the fact that you like it. And so I'm going to have more custom devices coming down the line. And if you guys like this video, drop it down in the comments if you want to see more of these actual custom device ones. I probably won't do a step-by-step if I do it again, because it took so long to get this one out. And it took so long of days and days and days of recording, and it's going to be a longer video. But if you want to see maybe like a time lapse of it and the start to finish of them, so let me know if you guys like this type of things. If you want to see it, if you enjoyed it, just drop it down in the comments. Digi-Dude thinks it's cool. He likes seeing them, right, buddy?
Yep.
And we also have one more thing that's special to me before we end the video here. So as a kid, I had the original Wing Guardians Pendulum 4 here. And anybody who's got to know me here knows that I've been trying to track one down for a long time now. They get to be really expensive sometimes, these older devices, especially the pendulums. And I actually got my hands on one. It came in the mail this morning. So I am super happy, super excited to show it off to you guys. The one I got is actually in like really nice condition here. There's a couple scuff marks on the back, but not at all. All I did so far is pop the battery in it to make sure it turns on and worked. Everything seems fine. So I'm actually going to start up for the first time with you guys. I'm going to be running it. Keep your eye on my Instagram there. As always, link will be down in the description. There'll be a little tag at the end card there to show you my name. And keep following me because I'm going to be running this a lot. This is probably going to be like my main device from now on because I had it as a kid. It's the one I played for the most. Me and my brothers all had them. We used to go in the woods and pretend like we're in the digital world and that these were our Digimon partners, and this was my device. This was my partner. Not the same exact one as a kid. I had to track one down. It took me a long time, but I got one, and I am very excited. So let's turn it on for the first time here. There we go. We're hatching. So adorable!
Is it?
I'm always so bad with the baby names. Alright guys, so that's the conclusion of this video here. As always, if you like what you see here and you want daily Digimon posts, you can follow me on Instagram. Link will be down in the description there. I'm very active on Instagram. I love hearing from you guys, love talking to you guys. Constantly posting pictures of our V-pads, what's going on with us, things on the set, here, down in the comic book store.
So if you like this video, press the thumbs up button and press the subscribe button down below.
There also should be another one above our heads over here by my partner Pico Devamon. Alright guys, you have an awesome day.